Am I the asshole for telling my stepdaughters they're not my kids after what they said about me? I'm 36 female, and my husband is 42 male and has two daughters who are 16 and 13. My husband and I have been together for 8 years. For some context, the girls have a mom who's just not active in their life. She comes around once a year or every other year and stays for 2 to 3 months and then leaves. The problem is, when she comes in town, the girls change. For example, after me and their dad got married, they started calling me mom as they felt I was their mom. But when their mom came back, they would stop and call her mom and push me to the side. I understood why they did that then, as they were young and confused and was trying to please her. We put them in therapy, and their therapist had them apologize, and they tried to explain it. The next 2 times it happened, she told me to try and have a talk with them. Their mom decided not to come for the next 2 years, and it was a really peaceful 2 years. The kids were good, enjoying school, their new brother, and were just happy. This year, their mom decided to come. She came in August and stayed until about a week ago. This time when she came, the girls changed completely. It started with not calling me mom, to saying disrespectful things to me and their dad, to them telling their brother they didn't like him and that he wasn't their real brother, and some other stuff. But the main thing they said that really hurt was I wasn't their mom and that I would never be, and that I'm a bad stepmom, and their mom is only their mom. So last week when their mom left, they slowly tried to crawl back and tried to start calling me mom again. And I told them I didn't want them to call me that anymore. They looked shocked when I said that and asked why. I told them they told me multiple times that I'm not their mom, and that I'm a bad stepmom, and that their mom is only their mom. So I said I no longer view you as my kids. They looked hurt and went to tell their dad what was said, and he said it's between us. Their therapist thinks I was harsh, but I don't, as they are old enough to realize what's wrong to say and what's right to say. So, am I the asshole? Note, I also want to put, I don't blame the younger one as much as I blame the older one, as she should know better. And I understand things with parents are hard, but I was younger than her when I cut my father off, and he was similar to how their mom is. The rose-colored glasses should be faded or fading by now, as she's old enough to understand people's opinions. 1. It sounds like their mom is in their ear telling them stuff, probably lies, about you and your dad. That's what it seems like is happening every time their mom shows up. They probably miss her and want her validation, so they listen to her. 2. The biggest thing that stood out to me is that your husband had nothing to say except it's between the 3 of you. What the girls said to you and what you said to them was all very hurtful, and your husband shouldn't be turning a blind eye to this. These words are relationship altering, and he should be intervening to try to keep his family together and work it out. I understand where you're coming from and why you said what you did. I can't say for sure if I would have had the guts to say the words, but it sounds like they maybe needed to be said. 3. Your girls need to understand everyone, even parents, have feelings that can be hurt. My take is you need to navigate this because you're stuck with these mean girls, and you are their parent. I wouldn't want them calling me mom either because you don't treat your mom that way. But we all know they are being influenced by biomom, and you need to be the bigger person in this situation. Be the positive influence on them, but set those boundaries as to how you will accept being treated. Also, kick your husband in the rear. 4. They told you repeatedly that you're not their mom. You're just finally believing them. They are absolutely old enough to understand that relationships aren't switches you can flip on and off whenever their biomom decides to show up. Your husband is a bit of an AH here for not backing you up. NTA. 5. Understandable reaction, especially considering what they said to your son. However, please don't close the door permanently. Long enough to teach them a lesson, but not long enough to damage your relationship with them forever. You are their constant. Don't take that away from them. Just teach them a lesson on appreciation, respect, and consequences. 6. You need to tell them that you want to rebuild a relationship and maybe you can be a mother to them again eventually, but that they hurt you pretty bad and they do it every time their biomama comes around. Tell them it's okay if they want to see her and have a relationship with her, but they can't do that and treat you like garbage, and then when she's gone, expect you not to be hurt. 7. If your bio son went through something traumatic and said, "I hate you and I don't want you to be my mom anymore," would you tell him you no longer consider him your son? What if you repeatedly allowed another adult to traumatize him and he repeatedly responded by telling you he doesn't want you to be his mom? Would you tell him then that he's no longer your son? Because that's what's happening to your daughters.